What's up, guys? How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt, to follow me across all of my socials. And I do not know what we did yesterday because the Poirier fight is like hours from going off. They're going to walk at 11:45 Eastern. How in the world? I say it every time I come to the East Coast. I get why people don't bet or watch the UFC as much as we do on the West Coast. I mean, the sport... I know the sport, you want to have people watching on the East Coast, and you want to have people watching on the West Coast, but I go home, I'm asleep by 11 o'clock when I'm covering the UFC events in Las Vegas. So I don't know what happened last night here with Dustin Poirier and whether or not he won. The Rangers and the Tigers, that game is 4-0 in the bottom of the eighth inning, so I think by the time I'm done taping and recording and editing, I'm going to know. So I think that's a win. So that's a 1-0 mark to start the night. Team Collier is currently up by, let me see. Team Collier at the time of taping is up 74-50 over Team Clark. So it's an all-star game, but Team Collier is beating the daylights out of Team Clark. So I think we're going to wind up with a 2-0 mark there. And then if Poirier wins, it's 3-0. If he loses, it's 2-1. It's a winning day. So regardless, it should be a winning night for us and a very nice week that we've had rolling here. Kind of a slower than normal week, but it should be a profitable week for us here as we head towards the end of the month of July. And we should, if things continue to go this direction, this is going to be a profitable month, which is good. June was not. July looks like it's going to be a profitable month for us, which is good. And we are very profitable for the year in 2025. So that's good. Now, a lot of you commented on what I did yesterday, talking about the 4 sports and 4 bets, and that people wanted just baseball. I just did that for one time. I know people were like, whoa. I got a bunch of DMs from folks saying like, hey, we like what you bet. I know that. I just did it for one day because I was annoyed with what had happened. And look, we go 2-1, we go 2-1. So it's all good. So it's not like I can't or I haven't bet those plays and I don't like those plays. It's just that baseball's been very profitable for us. So I got 2 baseball plays. I have 2 Major League Baseball player props. So we'll hit on the app coming up here a little bit later on. So stay tuned for that. But before we get to the picks for today, let's remind you guys of the offer for BettingPros Premium. It is a 7-day free trial when you download the BettingPros app and use the code JUICE on the upgrade screen. That'll give you 7 days free of BettingPros Premium and BettingPros with the prop bet cheat sheets and the prop bet analyzer and all the tools we have for every sport that's available. It's worth just tooling around, okay? Even if you cancel it and you don't want it, just to see what the prop bet cheat sheet looks like. I think it's 100% worth the 7-day free trial. And just, it won't cost you anything for BettingPros Premium. Download the BettingPros app today. Use the code JUICE in the upgrade screen for a 7-day free trial of BettingPros Premium. Okay, reminder. The Open Championship is being played. The start time for the guys, for the leaders, 10:30, 10:45 Eastern, somewhere in that range. Scotty Scheffler, I should have bet it when it was minus 120. But Scotty Scheffler is running away with this thing, and barring some ridiculous collapse, Scotty Scheffler is going to win the Open Championship. Would be very surprising if he did not. So we're all just looking at the other options, okay, right? We've got Rose in the top 20, Straka in the top 20, and Bradley in the top 10. So currently, as we are watching the leaderboard currently, we have Justin Rose at 5 under. He's tied for 14th. We need him to get going here a little bit. He shot 3 under yesterday. Sepp Straka shot 1 under. He's at even par. He is tied for 51st. So to get into the top 20 for Sepp Straka, he's going to need to be somewhere around 4 to 5 under. Most likely that's where it is right now, 4 to 5 under. So need him to have a pretty big round here, and the field needs to come back to earth a little bit for Sepp Straka to wind up going, but he needs like a 64, somewhere in that range on Sunday to really get himself into the top 20, and some bogeys and some guys to go backwards here on Sunday. Justin Rose, just shoot a 68. I mean, I think if Justin Rose shoots a 68 today, I think he'll wind up coming into the top 20 for us there. And for the top 10, Keegan Bradley's going to need to do some work here, okay? Keegan Bradley is a golfer that did not come out and have his best stuff on Saturday on moving day, which is always really disappointing when you see that and you want your golfer to go and fire, an unbelievable round and just be right there in the top 10. You have the Americans and Harris English and Xander Schauffele and Russell Henley. They all shot Russell Henley shot 6 under, shot a 65 yesterday. That was the low round of the entire day for him to go out there and shoot that. So that was tremendous to have watch him come out and shoot that. But, we're going to need Keegan Bradley to he's 4 under for the tournament, 1 under on the day yesterday. So at 4 under, he's tied for 22nd. He tees off at 7:10 Eastern time in the morning, so we need him to go out. He shot 67 yesterday, 71, 72, 71, 67. Sorry, 72, 67, 70 for him yesterday. He shot even par 70. We need Keegan Bradley to shoot 67. He shoots that, maybe, if the field comes back. To get into the top 10, he needs to be at 6 under par. He's currently at 4. So he's not too far off the lead there with that. But we need that to happen for us today. So those are the golf bets for us. I'm not going to add. We're going to leave that alone. Okay, we're not going to add on anything. We're just going to leave that alone. Rose top 20, Straka top 20, and Bradley top 10. That's with ties for that. Okay, let's talk about the Boston Red Sox here today. The Red Sox are down 5-0 in the bottom of the 8th inning here. They're going to get swept, and they're going to get shut out here by the Cubs. Now, or gets blanked by the Cubs. Today, the Cubs will go for a sweep, and the Red Sox will turn to their ace in Garrett Crochet. Red Sox are in desperate need of a W, and the price at only being minus 135 makes it a bet that we have to make. Okay, regardless, normally I say bet the streaks, but we don't even know who is pitching for the Cubs, and it's Crochet for the Red Sox, who's been absolutely lights out for Boston. Team has won 3 consecutive games, and since the end of May, the Red Sox have only lost 1 game started by Garrett Crochet. He's given up 0, 2, 5, 0, 1, and 1 earned runs over the last 6 starts. He's been tremendous. The team has scored a bunch for him. This is what stoppers do. It's what aces do. Aces come in, aces shut the door, aces do what they're supposed to do and get W's here. So nice W here for Garrett Crochet, hopefully coming for us there. It's only minus 135. We'll jump in with it with the Red Sox on the money line here on Sunday to avoid the sweep of the Cubs with Garrett Crochet on the mound at minus 135 for 1.35 units. Finally, Sunday Night Baseball. Rangers, and by the way, that game is 4-1 right now with top of the 9th we go, so let's see Texas get 3 quick outs, and that game goes to a final, and it's an under 8.5 for us. That was the play of the day today, so another cash for play of the day, and will be a very nice ticket for us to cash after for what happened last night. But for the Rangers on Sunday Night Baseball here, look, I mean, this was a 2-0 win over Detroit in the first game. It's going to be a 4-1 win, and we've got Eovaldi against Skubal. I'm not sure who wins this game, but Skubal at 10-3 with a 2.23 ERA. You make the case he's the best pitcher in baseball. On the road, he has a 1.97 ERA, 2-2 record, a 184 opposing batting average. On the road, against Cleveland, 7 innings, no earned runs. Against the Twins, 7 innings, no earned runs. On the road against Baltimore, 7 innings, no earned runs. I mean, just ridiculous. Best pitcher in baseball against the Royals. He lost the game 1-0, but 7 innings, no earned runs. Skubal and the Tigers most likely win the game to avoid getting swept here, but I'm going to think that Eovaldi can keep the Rangers in the game. Eovaldi has been pretty good. On the road against Houston, on the road against the Angels, he went 7 2/3 with 1 earned run in 6 innings with no earned runs. His last home start was a 6-0 win over the Orioles. He went 5 innings and no earned runs. I think the best play here is just to bet the under. It's Sunday Night Baseball. it looks like it's going to be the Rangers going for a sweep of the Tigers. And with Skubal on the mound, you know that they don't tend to lose. I don't mind taking the Tigers and say, okay, we're going to take the Tigers to win the game. Skubal, though, is a little expensive. It's minus 155, minus 150, somewhere in that range for Skubal to win the game. Not really looking to lay that type of juice here. I'd rather just lay the under and take 7. And it's a little expensive at minus 125 or minus 135, but I'm going to jump in with it under 7 for the Tigers and the Rangers here on Sunday Night Baseball for 1.25 units. So, Rangers, Tigers, under 7. Red Sox money line, minus 135 and minus 125. I will put 2 Major League Baseball player props on the BettingPros app. Search at Sports Talk Matt or go to the desktop at www.bettingpros.com/Matt. And clearly we're watching our 3 Open Championship bets to see how we do for that. We'll recap it all coming up on tomorrow morning's podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all my socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning, wherever you guys get your podcasts. It is the Daily Juice.